What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. GGFOREX here. Sorry I haven't made a video in like 10 days. This is outrageous. I know it's unacceptable and the content will be coming way more regularly. Trust me on that. Things have just been mental at the moment. I've been here, I've been there, been everywhere. But yeah, it's all a bit crazy, but content is coming, so don't you fear. I'm here. That was weird. I'll never do it again. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to do a little Q&A because I've been getting loads of DMs from you guys asking me questions. So basically what I've done is I've collected all the common ones and just going to answer them to everyone. Because I'm guessing some people have the same questions but they don't want to ask me, or they can't be bothered, or whatever. But I'm guessing if most people are asking these questions, more people have the same questions. So I'm just going to say it right here, right now. Got a notepad out and everything. This is like professional. I feel like I'm on the news or something. But without further ado, let's just get into this video and start answering your guys' questions. I'm not going to say any names, probably because I forgot where these questions came from, and also I'll probably say your name wrong and it'll be all embarrassing for me. And yes, so moving on. What pairs to trade? Now, I have said this before, especially when I did my 5-day competition, and if you haven't got my cheat sheet already, let me know you want it. Give me your email. I can email you my cheat sheet because all of my trades are, all of my pairs that I like to trade are on there. I have expanded them a little bit, but that's going outside my rules and I don't want you guys to break rules. I'm just experimenting just to see what happens, like with GU pairs or just pound pairs and stuff like that, just because they move a lot in the London session. But I mainly trade the majors, okay? So that is the USD pairs and also Euro Pound and Pound Yen and Euro Yen. Those are the only non-USD pairs that I like to trade. Again, I am experimenting with other pairs, but if you stick to the majors, you should be alright. It has good moves, it's kind of more predictable, it's more volatile, but that's because they move more, alright? So just be careful, but I like to trade the majors, less spreads, all that sexy stuff, okay? How to make a watch list on Smartcharts. So if you see on Smartcharts, as you see, I might do a little screenshot and then I'll like point at it. So you'll see all the currencies on the left and you see little heart symbols. Just click the heart symbol next to it and that will favorite it and that will put it to the top of your list. Also, you should have the same heart symbol next to your chosen strategy. So at the top of the built-in Smartcharts, you have volatility reversal, T-wave, Bollinger bounce, pit runners, and something else I forgot, okay? But next to that, you'll see a little heart symbol. Click that, and again, that will be to the front of your chosen strategy list. This is great. I've got all my majors ticked. I don't have to go find them. I don't have to scroll through anything. I don't have to cross between indices and that. As long as it's hearted, it's on there. It's at the top, it's in there. I ain't got to worry about nothing. So again, guys, just look at this image that I'm probably going to put here somewhere. Click the heart, it'll go to the top. Easy watch list to make. No typing required. It's beautiful. Next question. What is a banker's candle? Now, you guys have been asking me questions about this, and obviously because that is the strategy that I am going to learn and master, and when I do master it, then I'll teach you guys. But at the moment, I'm still in the learning process, so it would be an injustice for me to teach you guys a strategy that I don't know fully well yet, or know that I can make money in it, and then teach you guys it, and then you fail and I fail, because that means it's just not right. So until I prove it, until I can be consistent, then I will then teach you. But right now, I can't do that because I'm not being consistent enough, but I have been making amazing gains. Like yesterday I made 9.5% in one day. Epic, I know, but at the same time I can lose that. So again, when I become more consistent, I'll teach you guys, but basically a banker's candle is big sells to buys or buys to sells. So the banks, in short, hedge their orders, so when you hedge, you don't have a stop loss. So when you put huge buys in to then sell the market, you're actually in drawdown on that. So imagine when you're on Smartcharts and you see you're in drawdown, it's like negative 20 quid, 50 quid, 60 quid or whatever. Well, imagine that, but like billions. That's what the bank's got to do, so they take price back to those points to then break even on those trades. Does that make sense? So basically it's huge buys to sells. It sounds simple, it's really not. It is complicated, so that's why I'm going to master it first before I teach you guys. But that's basically the gist of it. It's buys to sells, sells to buys. Candles. Yes. When to trade? I like to trade during the London session. Again, it depends where you are. I do my trading at night time, my analysis at night time, and then if I can, or depends what I've done the night before, wake up early around about 5:30 to 6 in the morning to be on the charts for maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. To see if anything's moved in the Asian session. I usually check my phone to see if anything's happened. But yeah, I like to trade the London session because that's where the movement is, especially on the New York and London crossover time around 1 PM GMT. There's a lot of movement there, a lot of volatility, and there could be possibly a lot of pips to be made, which is proper sexy as well. So again, London session, so that is 8 AM to 5 PM GMT. Again, I do my analysis at night after I've done my work and then done the gym and then done all this stuff. So around about 10 PM is when I do my nighttime analysis for the following day. But yeah, so I like to trade those hours. How many trades should you do? Well, not too many, because from my experience, when you have too many trades pending or have too many trades open, you technically can lose them all. So if you've got 5 trades at 2% risk and they're all kind of winning, but then for some reason there's been a huge news release and you're lost, you're down 10% of your account. So it's all about risk management. I don't really like to have more than 3 trades open. Right, so I don't like to have that because it just adds to the risk. In a perfect world, I just have 1 trade open and it'll win every time, but that's not the case. Sometimes you lose one, sometimes you win one. I might lose 2% on 1 trade, but then when the next trade hits TP, I might be up 8%. So that means I'm on 6% growth from 2 trades, 4% risk. So again, don't have too many trades open, just be smart about it, or have more trades open but have lower risk. So if you want to risk 1% or 0.5%, do that and then have more trades open, and then you can practice more without losing too much capital. Again, it's not about how much money you can make, it's about learning the strategies and mastering it for anything. So I do recommend staying on demo until you are consistent, just because you're going to lose more money by going straight live and then realizing it's not as easy as you think. So again guys, it's all about risk management. That is the key. If you could delete all your losers, if you go through your Smartcharts journal and delete all your losers, how much would you be up? Loads. Even if you deleted half of them and kept half of them in, like, you'd still be up loads in your account because you're not doing unnecessary trading, you're sticking to your rules, and you're not over trading, which was the massive problem with me at the start, was over trading. Now I'm not. Now I'm really fussy because I've learned through pain. So learn through my pain, don't over trade, try not to have more than 3 trades open at any time. Yeah, it's all risk management and it's a personal preference to you guys, to be honest. What do I think about trading stop loss? I like the idea, but I don't like how it works, because a trading stop loss, you'll trade it at 20 pips or whatever your trading stop loss you want it to be. It goes down, but then the market needs room to breathe. Sometimes it spikes back up and then comes back down again, spikes back up, comes back down. So personally, when the market breathes, it's going to go down and you know it's going to retrace, but on that retracement, it's probably going to pip you out and then continue on later. So you're losing out on a lot of the move because the market has to breathe. So it depends what job you have. I prefer to have a manual stop loss. So if I'm in a trade and it's long-term-ish and I want to be safer about it, I'll move my stop loss manually to the next structure, because that way it makes more sense for me to do that. It depends what job you have. If you work outside or builders, or you're a doctor, or you're an NHS or something where you can't be on your phone, like work at a nuclear power station or something. But let's be honest, most of us can be on our phone. We can run away for a poo and then change it, right? So it all depends. I prefer manual stop losses purely because I can go from structure to structure. I don't like trading stop losses because the market breathes, it goes up and down for whatever reason. It can pip you out and then carry on to your direction where you could have made like an extra 50 pips. That's my personal opinion on trading stop losses. Trend lines. Here's a big question I have about trend lines. Yes, a trend line is useful, but at the same time pointless. People think of trend lines as, like, because I've drawn a trend line, price has to bounce off of it. It's not the case. Yes, that is the trend, and you have done a line, but the banks don't look at that trend line and went, ah, Billy Bob's put a trend line there, so we can't go past that trend line because he's put a trend line there. It's not like an invisible wall. It will be broken. The banks can see where the retail traders will be putting in trend lines. So they are useful, but don't just think because there's a trend line there that the price is magically going to bounce off, because it ain't. If the banks want to take you out, they will take you out. So don't go by it by gospel. Just because there's a trend line, it's going to work, it's going to bounce off like some magical thing. Sometimes it will, 8 times out of 10, it won't. So don't rely heavily on a trend line, because it doesn't really mean stuff. When you see channels and all this stuff, the banks can see those channels, the banks create those channels, the banks can see where the trend lines are going to be, and they can kind of predict where your stop losses are going to be. So if you have a trend line and you just put a buy order at the bottom, they're probably going to think, well, let's just spike through the bottom and then carry on going up. I mean, guarantee you, let me know in the comment box below if that's happened to you. And you're like, oh yeah. Yes, just because there's a trend line doesn't mean there's a bunker, like a brick wall or whatever, that's in the markets that everyone has to go by. Okay, because everyone draws trend lines in different places, everyone sees trend lines maybe from the wicks, maybe from the bodies. It doesn't really mean nothing, so don't think of it as this is solid, price is not going to come back here, it's just going to hit it and bounce off, because it's just not the case. But again, they are useful, they're not amazing. So that is all the main questions, guys. Sorry I haven't been more active on this. I will be. I'll be trying to do 2 to 3 videos a week, dropping knowledge bombs with you. Again, if there's anything you want to know, please let me know in the comment box below. And again, if you want to try Smartcharts for a free trial, you can actually get it at 75% off for the GGFOREX family only. So all you need to do is join the group down below of all of us who are helping each other out on a daily basis. It's pretty epic, actually. I love it. I love the family. So you can get a discount code and link through me, exclusively to me, 75% off. I think it was like 4,000 direct with Smartcharts, or you can get it for 1,000 with me. It's amazing, isn't it? Or like £149 a month. No, yeah, £149 a month rather than £450 a month. It's amazing. I don't know how long it's going to last. Please take advantage of that, because if I had that deal, I wouldn't be in credit card debt right now, because I paid 5.5k for mine. Yes, and they're giving everything for you for free. So yeah, learn from my debt and my pain. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. I'll see you. I said it too many times now. Bye.